Sagittarius, welcome to your March 2025 Pisces season reading, intuitive, tarot, and astrology. All information for personal readings. I do a few different kinds of sessions that you can check out: tarot, astrology, and spiritual coaching. That's on my website. That link is below. Payment options are below, and the Patreon link where you can get all this content plus the extended readings if you'd like right to your inbox, so you don't have to come right to YouTube. If you'd like, check that out. That's all below. I'm switching up the readings and I'm going to stop because the cards are speaking quickly. I am specifically going to ask the cards about love and money. We'll get more in depth into the second part of this reading. I have found it to be very helpful and just on point, I just really like it. So let's start with love. Let's honor the Venusian wave of love and money and this Venus retrograde at that. So I figured, why not focus on that? There's many other things happening. I have some notes, and of course Sag rising, we'll talk about those transits happening in your chart as well. But let's talk about love, Sagittarius. First we have the Five of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. One thing I know about Sagittarius is there's a couple signs like this. I don't think you guys get this reputation though, but I know enough to know that when you will continue to look backwards, especially if it looked good enough or if it matched whatever energy like you're needing in your life. And it's not a terrible thing to look back, but just know that it's possible that it just comes around because of the Venus retrograde. If you think it's going to solve any issues of feeling stuck or make you look at your life in a different way, I think that would be helpful, right? So you can't ignore things and just go to love because it's going to show up. It doesn't mean, how do I put this? Whenever I think of how do I say? I think of como se dice, when I don't have a great accent, and nor do I really know Spanish at all, to be honest with you. But there are some things that I repeat in my mind. It's just so interesting. I think that actually relates to right now. So let's talk about how that example relates to right now. Trust intuition, Sag. You have the title for your reading is Disarming, to be softened. In love, it's so interesting because it takes a lot for a Sagittarius to, you want to. And if you believe it's the right person for you, you can soften, right? You know how, and we'll get to this and I'll pull more cards. There's just something we need to talk about this. Actually. So this happens. Do you know how when you're wanting someone or you're in that stage and you're finally got to the point where you guys are connected and you've been, especially if you're doing really well, right? You figure nothing, I'm good. I'm healed from this. This is a part of it. And this person comes back into your life and you're things are different because you didn't realize it wasn't about you, right? It wasn't just about you. You think okay, I could just be around this person or we could catch up or whatever it is. And or when you're dating someone, let me bring this in. You're just starting to date someone and you want them to like you because you know you already like them. You kind of got a vibe. You like their style. And when you're flirting, right, you're in those stages of getting to know each other, talking about things, making things clear. Sometimes I think what happens with you is that you had no intention of really dating this person. But when someone, at a certain point, when someone gives someone else their time, the other party, the other person could get the idea that, like, this person likes me, right? And you also kind of start to fall into, okay, like, I'm with this person a lot, maybe we're kind of dating, but you don't label it. If a Sagittarius, if you're watching for a Sagittarius, and they don't want to label stuff with you, you should go. If they don't, the thing is, Sag, what I'm trying to say here is, for those of you that have struggled with being romantic, like expressing your romantic part, because you want to evolve past the just making fun of each other, you know, getting each other to like each other or like show off the different skills or the different things or the different ways that you are. You want someone to just be with. And like think that's ultimately what we all want. Yeah, we want someone to adventure with, of course. We want someone to go on this lifelong, if you're looking for monogamy or whatever you're looking for. And you want someone to adventure with. You want someone to equally care about you. This is this time in your life where if you do find that someone comes back from your past or someone that feels like they're a new face, but they feel familiar, before going any farther, on your own, think about who they remind you of or the parts of them that remind you of different people. And also, even if you're being flirty you or just entertaining and just, you just have some time and you feel like, why not do this afternoon or whatever it is, be really clear with where you're at. You'll get a lot farther, meaning if it's not that person, the next person that comes into your life, you'll meet the right energy right now. It's not about playing and pretend, like even entertaining that time. So if you're with someone and you don't really see things going anywhere, but you're having fun and you're just like whatever, great. But remember, be clear that most of those things don't turn into friendships, and there are times for that. It's fun for that. It's fun. It's fun for that. It's fun to do that. So if you're single and you want to have fun, great. Have that intention. Put that out there. Be careful of stringing people along. They might want to love anyway because So you might have to just be honest with yourself and say, like, at some point, am I just doing this because I know this person really likes me, and do they get it? Do you still sense like that there is something on the other end? Because you could feel it, So it's being honest with yourself and being honest, even if you really think they're dope, you have to be honest with them so that they know, like, that's the risk of like, okay, maybe we can be friends or maybe we can be more than friends, from the other scenario of you wanting someone to like you, but they're not giving you the time of day. That vulnerability is swinging now in friendships and relationships. Anyone you care about in that area of life, because you have romantic times with friends too. We all, it just happens. There's a vulnerability threshold and honesty, and you're like, wait, but I'm Sag, I'm honest about some things. This is just where your growth edge is. It's not, we've never really talked about this before. I don't think. And it's maybe what's been hiding, what's been needed, why you keep running into the similar things. speaking up, people are listening. Also, if you are looking to be partnered, that applies. Being upfront and about what you want, not waiting to see what the other person wants first. I don't think people know that if you really want a look of something, or you don't want to continue to go out there looking because you're tired of the hunt, because you are a centaur, you're a warrior type, the bow and arrow, the clearer you are, you don't like, if you're clear with the person on the first few dates, you don't have to keep seeing them, right? Don't prolong it just to see if you can adapt mutable energy. And then you end up not really, you get into this thing you didn't even mean to get into, and then it gets, whatever, because you're being too passive in that area. I don't think people would know that about you, but when you really do care, and you do care about your feelings getting hurt. And that's okay. But if you actually take on that control first, you don't have to worry too much. We're going to keep her out. Actually, let's see. Actually, let's not. And that's the thing, is now you realize that you went from a place of maybe being agitated or doing too much, and the universe keeps sitting you down. This 9 of Cups, like this content, this not so attached, but also like proud and, happy, or just like free, knowing that you've done and you've put the energy in. And now when it shows up, it's about speaking from that place, staying in that center. And this may just be happening because it's Pisces season. So yeah, and which is healing, especially for Sag risings, Pisces in your 4th house. But also this month is about, I wrote down in your notes too, let's talk about it before we get right into the money, is disarming. That vulnerability is disarming you, because there's a softness that comes out, but then feels like it needs to be protected, and it comes from caregivers. So know that in Pisces season, if you don't have a parent that's a Pisces or Pisces placements, this is the time of your foundations, your caregivers in your home. So in love, the reason why it's a little more serious this month, regardless of where you're at in terms of love and your love experience in this life, is because whatever your foundations are built off are being asked, like, does this need to shift? Do you need to be more clear, more honest? Because sometimes when we don't say the thing out loud, even if we change our minds, because we're allowed to do that, it keeps us accountable and honest with ourselves. And sometimes just saying the thing is very helpful. And I forgot to also say, some of you maybe, if there is past situations coming up, you may be finding closure at this time, regardless if you're seeing the person, maybe you're imagining them in meditation and you're needing to let go and you didn't realize you have some things to say, you have some things left to heal. You're acknowledging a lot at this time and finding a neutral place. That's also the 9 of Cups, this neutral place within you, so you can speak and also hear what you're saying, so that it hits you, right? It's emotional. And you can really clear the air, whether, again, it's in person or in meditation or in some kind of healing, some energy shift. Your words carry weight right now. So also, yeah. And a lot for Sag risings, a lot of energy is in the 5th house of pleasure, romance, creative energy, and children. So, which new agey, it's inner child. I like it though. There is a shift happening here, and it needs your expression, it needs your vocalization, and you may have, even if it's, so from the 7 of Pentacles to the 3 of Pentacles, there has been a change. You realize that you may need to let go of some ways in order to get where you want to go. And I think the truth is because you love yourself, and you should. I think that's like the beautiful thing, is you love yourself, right? However, you can still love yourself, become more of who you are, and manifest love in the way that you're looking for, Sagittarius. I do believe that. Enough about love. Let's get to the money. First, I need a water. So the first card out is a devil. You might be making money. Material may be coming to you very quickly at this time. But there also might be a little more with this. For Sag Rising's second house, it's your own resources there. You may be feeling a lot more secure, which is why I think there is an extra emphasis in the love, is because you're feeling more secure in money, so naturally the shit in love is going to be talked about, but we'll get more cards too. However, this is saying there's a form of sense of security here, emotional security, which is why money probably finds its way to you very easily at this time for whatever it is that you're good at or you're putting out there, or whatever kind of job you're in, you're utilizing your own unique skills to help you in your job, perhaps. Regardless, you're receiving material gain for your emotional stability that you have because of the energy you're able to put out with these skills. And what it's doing is clearing any stuck energy in money at this time. So you may be having emotional releases from wherever I'm getting Pluto is healing this area of your life as well. And you might find that there's a heightened and quickened sense of healing at this time. You may have to sort out this, or the way that this issue of feeling stuck or like you've hit a plateau with money is by Page of Swords being a little more immature, tapping into that side of yourself that's playful, witty, and has the resources, the skills, and the sureness, the confidence to try something new or be a little bit more playful. There could be also someone younger in your life that is giving you a helpful tool. I just want to get a little bit more here. Now, if there's a Capricorn in your life, even from Capricorn season, it's very clear that there is support being given for some of you, and that support has caused you to come out of debt or feeling stuck. You may have an opportunity, and if you have the opportunity to grow in this area, you may need to really learn a real lesson about luck. You are ruled by the planet of luck, but also of the teacher, right? So now you're becoming the teacher of your own planet. And it's very clear that there might be people, because you're so secure, you may find that, of course, it's easier to spend money. And I guess I'm going to put it in this way of, there may be people you've noticed, because it's possible that you've cut off some people in your life, or somehow, some way, like there has been a change. But because of how well you're doing, whether it's financially or just like you're feeling luxury of time, whatever it is that you're experiencing more of, people are drawn to you more, and people may want more money from you, meaning even if you are online and you're finding that you're even spending more because you're making more, your free will, you can do whatever you want. All I'm going to say is that this luck and this energy that you're coming into, are you just going to spend it because someone is drawing you to it, because you're attracted to it, right? This is also about love. Are you going to spend that energy? So it's about doing it, but also being very aware of why. Because you have it, because you can, because you've been constricting desires, so you're letting it out. This is a time Venus retrograde. It's a great time to understand where your money goes, where your pleasures, and it's okay, but it's in your house of pleasures. Where your pleasures take precedent over maybe your creative energy, and sometimes giving into both is helpful, but sometimes if you're being pulled this way when you really could be expressing or doing something that is better for bettering you, then you don't realize that that energy can be taken away, because there also might be people that might be asking you for money this month, or people that show up a certain way, but they really don't. They have nothing to back it. So be very careful if you want to get in. If someone wants to get into business with you this month, they might be trying really hard, but it's because they may want your luck. So this month you'll feel the shift, but then you'll really notice, especially what happens with people when they find out how well you're doing, or if they sense your energies a certain way. Even though you're always in a confident way, I don't think you know how not to be really confident, even if like you're not feeling so great. There's a slowness also too. The harder it is for you to turn these people away or say no when you really need to, the quicker things will shift. But this is also just a lesson in luck right now. For Sag risings, Jupiter is in your 7th house too right now, so that's your one-on-one relationships, intimacy, because it could be even someone close to you. It looks like someone that's trying to maybe even mooch off you. So I don't love that word, but be very careful. Be very careful. Yeah, house of career. Yeah. Okay, so Virgo didn't come out, but your house of career and your roles. So that is the Virgo house, and that's where the eclipse is going to be. If you're getting that raise, you're getting that promotion, you're going to see how people shift around you. Maybe you're just making more money and you don't even know if people even know that you're making more money, but your energy is just changing. So it just is going to change the way people receive you and also act around you. You'll just become very keenly aware of this. And that's the shift you're going to go through with money. It's in your career and your role, because you may be reaching a very heightened level. So money is good. This is about luck. This is about maintaining worth, not getting desperate, and then noticing desperation off others. All right. Very interesting. We will get right into the second part. We're going to get more into this tap more into this energy, Sagittarius. Yeah. Okay. Just want to see if there's anything else. That link is below, and we'll see you there.